Yo, what's going on, guys? Johnny GB here, bringing you my Week 6 PMC battle. Today we're taking on Mastodon and the Mastodon Gastrodons. You guys see his squad on the screen. We see the Staraptor, we see the Genesect, the Probopass, Dugtrio, Mimikyu, Latias. Now, I am surprised there was no Mantine, there was no Swampert. So I feel pretty confident going into this battle. I knew the Dugtrio would be there. I mean, you see my team. I'm uber weak to ground. Now, there's a couple mistakes that happened in this battle, so you'll see those. We'll just hop right into the battle, but you'll see once we get to that point what mistakes. These are kind of just blunders on my part. Now, we'll play Spot the Difference between the Team Builder and this. So he's going to lead off with his Staraptor. I led Decidueye. So right off the bat, I'm in a very poor position. I'm already forced to switch out. So I just go out into my Tyranitar, or not my Tyranitar, my Tyrantrum, as he's going to U-turn. I should have expected that and stayed in and gone for a U-turn of my own. But he goes out to ground man the Dugtrio here. Now I do have the Shed Shell, so I'm able to swap right out, and I'm just going to go right out into Robin Hood on the Earthquake. Now, he does not know my Decidueye set, as I can take the Earthquake decently well, not well enough. And I'm going to click U-turn here, pretty much showing I'm Scarfed and breaking any potential sash on that Dugtrio. Now I swap out into Nodder the Tauros, and here's where mistake number one is. I had two Tauros available. I had one from 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, that I brought against the Benfica, and that was a Life Orb. I had built a Choice Scarf Tauros that you guys saw in the Team Builder, but it looks like that I grabbed the wrong Tauros, and down goes the Tauros. Crit did not matter. That just took me out. So I'm able to go out into my Decidueye again. Pretty much a chance to get rid of Dugtrio gone because I did not bring Choice Scarf. Did not bring the right Tauros. Which, I mean, that hurt me because that would have really just been a lot safer for my Jirachi. But I'm just going to U-turn as the Staraptor comes in. And I'm going to be able to go out to my Tyrantrum. Now, I know a U-turn's coming. Wasn't really sure what I was going to do. So, I pretty much just get up my Stealth Rocks here. That's pretty much the only thing I can do, is he's going to go out to Hardman the Probopass. Now, this is where I wish I had Earthquake. I go for the Dragon Tail, which, you know what, it's fine. It swaps him out. The bad thing was, it swapped him out into his Mimikyu. Had he gone to Staraptor, Dugtrio, it would have been a lot better. But he was able to get out into his Mimikyu. I'm going to go for the Toxic because pretty much Toxic switching and just wasting turns is the best way I can deal with this Mimikyu because I have nothing that wants to take a hit. Now I'm going to anticipate the Play Rough, and I go out to my Jirachi, which I actually probably should have gone to my Tentacruel to take the hit a little bit better. But Jirachi takes a good chunk from that +2 Play Rough. Now I'm going to anticipate a Shadow Sneak here, and I go right back out to my Tyrantrum. As pretty much Tyrantrum at this point serves no purpose. It Toxic the Mimikyu. Which, I mean, Toxic on Tyrantrum, that's pretty much what its main goal was to whittle down any setup mons. He's going to go for a Shadow Claw here, and it's not going to kill. I'm going to live with 35 HP, so I can get my Stealth Rocks up. So that way his Staraptor takes 25% when it comes in. Now, I could have anticipated the Shadow Sneak, and I could have gone to the Shadow Claw, and could have gone not Jellicent, Tentacruel, but I was so fixated on keeping it alive for the Genesect, and I could have kept Tyrantrum alive. And here he's going to go for the Z move, the Ghostium Z, and he's pretty much just going to do a giant chunk of damage. I was not expecting the Ghostium Z. I completely forgot what his Z move mons were. And he's just going to go for the never-ending Nightmare, which will bring my Tentacruel down all the way to 3 HP. And I get one layer of Toxic Spikes up. I know I'm going to get a little bit of recovery here. But as soon as Mimikyu dies, I figured his Latios is going to come in here. And he's either going to try to kill my Tentacruel or get rid of his hazards, but he goes into his Probopass. So I'm expecting Stealth Rocks here. So I just go for the Scald, hoping to possibly get a Scald burn, which didn't get. But he's going to Volt Switch here, which will take out Tentacruel. So right away we are down 5-4. It's not looking good at all. Pretty much everything that everything that I had planned was not working out. He goes out to his Staraptor. I go out to my Jirachi. So at this point now, I put myself in position of a speed tie, which I end up losing. Which just really wasn't good. It just really wasn't my day. I was going to go for the Iron Head, hope for an Iron Head flinch, when I should have clicked U-turn, which would have put this Latios in a really weak position. But you can see there, it took the Iron Head relatively well. But I pretty much just swap out. I'm anticipating a defog here. So I go out to Robin Hoot, pretty much trying to either get some switch initiative or trap this thing. And now I know he's going to switch, so U-turn's my best play. I know his Staraptor is going to want to come in. But instead he brings in his Probopass. I U-turn, which does an okay amount of damage, and this allows me to get a free Emboar switch in here. So I go out to Baconator the Emboar, and I click Flare Blitz here. Now, I pretty much just clicked Flare Blitz without thinking. I knew nothing really wanted to switch into Flare Blitz. So, pretty much, I ignored the moveset here. Really wasn't looking at the moveset, what I had. In comes Dugtrio. Now, this is where I knew my Emboar was bad. I had no Sucker Punch Emboar, which one would have killed this Dugtrio. But I brought the wrong Emboar, I brought the wrong Tauros to the battle, and it ended up costing me. Now, here comes a Stormy Eagle. I go for the Brave Bird because it was in range of dying. Brave Bird did 49 to 61%, so as long as I get a mid-roll, I kill off Staraptor, and I'm in a much better position. I don't have to worry about speed tying with Jirachi against anything. But instead, Staraptor lives with like 1%, and that's really important now because I don't have Sucker Punch. So he can go out to his Dugtrio. I can go out to my Jirachi now. And I was really hesitant on clicking Iron Head because that gave him a free Genesect switch in. Which, I mean, I can deal with Genesect with Emboar. But now, I mean, you're going to see, had I had my right Emboar with Sucker Punch does OHKO this Latios from the range that it's at, but I no longer can do anything about it. And he has his Genesect sitting in the back. He also has his he has the Genesect and the Staraptor sitting in the back. So for me to win, I have to win a speed tie. And I had to have gotten an Iron Head flinch here. Had I got the Iron Head flinch, I might have had a chance by sacking off Embor, but honestly at this point there was just no hope for me. And it shouldn't have been a battle I deserved to win. Even if I got the Iron Head flinch, I mean, it's a battle I should not have deserved to win. And I mean, there would have been a slim chance that I won because it would have involved me winning a speed tie, which, you know what, nothing was going for me this battle. I brought 2 of the wrong Pokemon that I had built. I mean, you guys saw it in the team builder what I wanted to bring them for, and they were just not there available for battle. So here he's just going to roost stall to end the game, just to avoid getting critted. And that's pretty much going to be the season for us. I mean, it's just not been our season. The team is just not to my liking. It's not a team I'm happy with. Just been a rough season, honestly. Just not have played up to my potential. If you guys seen PGL, I'm doing very well in. I'm also playing well in a couple other leagues, and this is just, I'm just not finding the right thing here. I mean, I'm building the completely wrong Mons. I'm just having a rough season, but that was a good game by Mastodon. He came well prepared. I came very ill prepared for this battle. I mean, bringing completely wrong builds on my Embor and Tauros just completely cost me. And I mean, the Embor hurt more because it could have potentially cleaned up. I could live any hit from Genesect. I have Sucker Punch for a Staraptor at 1 HP. I have Sucker Punch that KOs a Latios. So, I mean, and Sucker Punch that would have KO'd Dugtrio. So right there, that's 5 kills that Embor could have had, but due to my mistakes, ended up really just costing me the battle, which really upset me. This one was one that I was angered about. I could have been moved to 3-3, 2 games outside of the division lead, but now I'm falling back to 2-4, which, I mean, pretty much puts any daggers of hope for playoffs, because I do play Heracross tonight again. I do play there was one other one. Yeah, I mean, my mind's just a mess after this battle. Blue Victini, I play him once more. And I do play Cloud, who is now taken over for J-Specs in the Hamden Hydreigons, which my team matchup is okay. But, I mean, I have to win out to try to make playoffs, but against 2 of the better players in the league, I believe they're both 4-1, or 5-1 at this point now, it just puts me in a position where I just got to pretty much start focusing on other leagues, because there is little to no hope for me making the playoffs this season, which I'm very disappointed about, going from the finals last season to one of the worst teams in the league this season. So if you guys enjoyed this battle, go ahead, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content. Go over, check out Mastodon's channel as well. I will try to link his his side of the battle down below. If not, I will link his channel down below. But with that being said, guys, I am Johnny GB, and I'm out.